All right, welcome back to Cooking A to Z. Today we're going to be making a delicious homemade salmon patties, and we're going to top that off with a creamy dill sauce. So the salmon patties are super easy to make. I've got two 6-ounce cans of salmon that have been drained in the bowl, and to that we're going to add an egg that's been beaten, and we're going to add 2 scallions. And we're going to add a ½ cup breadcrumbs. We'll go ahead and mix these all up just a little bit to make it easier to add the rest of the ingredients. And next thing we want to add is ½ cup mayonnaise. We've got about a tablespoon of lemon juice and about 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped dill. And next thing we're going to do is we just have some salt and pepper here to taste. Add that in. And then the last ingredient is just going to be a couple squirts of yellow mustard. Should be plenty of that. Now let's go ahead and mix all this up. And the thing that's great about this is quick and easy. So if you're somebody who's busy on the go, but you want to make a delicious meal, this is definitely one I would choose. Another thing that's great about it is 1 can of this salmon has 34 grams of protein in it. So we had 2 cans of salmon. So you're getting almost 70 grams of protein with this entire mixture. So, I mean, it's definitely high in protein. It's very delicious. So that's kind of what you're looking for. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and form these into some patties. And then actually, before we do that, what I like to do typically is if you have the time, let this set in the refrigerator for 30 minutes just to give all the ingredients a chance to kind of marinate together. If you don't have 30 minutes, that's fine too. You can go ahead and skip over to the step where we're going to be forming the patties. All right, we've got the salmon mixture in the refrigerator setting. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and make the sauce for the salmon patties. Again, this is going to be a super simple sauce. We're going to take a ½ cup of mayonnaise. To that, we're going to add about 3/4 cup of sour cream. Going to go ahead and mix all those together before we add the rest of the ingredients. The star of this is going to be the fresh dill, which we're going to go ahead and add in next. We've got about 3 tablespoons of dill. And we're going to add to that about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And we've got ourselves about a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder. And the last thing we're going to add is salt and pepper to taste. Add that in. And we're going to give that a stir. And that's what we're looking for, that beautiful consistency. You've got, like I said, the dill is definitely the star of this sauce. And I got to tell you, it smells delicious. Like I said, quick and easy to make. If you find that yours, I like this consistency perfect. If you find that the consistency is not right, you can always add a tablespoon or so of heavy cream to it. I don't think we're going to do that in this case. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator, and then we'll get the salmon patty mixture out. We'll form the patties, and we'll get those fried. All right, I went ahead and created the patties. I made 4 salmon patties, which should be about 17 grams of protein if my math is correct. So that's the equivalent of almost 3 hard-boiled eggs. Not bad. So we're going to go ahead and drop these into the skillet that's been preheated. And we're going to let them cook about 4 minutes on each side. And once it's been 4 minutes, I'll flip them over. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. And kind of what you're looking for on this is just for it to be kind of a golden brown color when you flip it. That's when you'll know it's done. And then once it's finished on both sides, we'll transfer it to a plate with a paper towel just to help soak up any of the excess oil from the cooking oil. And then we'll plate it up with some of the delicious dill sauce that we made earlier and give it a try. All right, I flipped these over and they've gone about, it was probably closer to 5 minutes on each side. I think they're just about done. That's kind of what you're looking for there, is that nice brown crust. You don't want to burn them, obviously. And if you made it this far in the video, I would appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing to the channel. And I'd also like ideas for recipes. So if you guys have something you'd like for me to try, doesn't really matter what it is, leave that in the comments and I'll see if I can't get to it. So we're going to go ahead and pull these off. Got my plate here with the paper towel, although I have to say there's not a lot of grease in these at this point, but still better to do it like that. And I have to tell you guys, these things smell delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and plate one of them up, put some of the sauce on it, and give them a try. All right, we're going to go ahead and plate this up. Let's see, I'm going to start out, just put a little drizzle of it on the bottom. Take our salmon patty, put that on top. Finish that off with a little bit on top. A little squirt of lemon juice. And we are going to go ahead and give this a taste. All right, guys, the moment of truth. Let's give this a try. I gotta tell you, it smells delicious, looks delicious. Oh, yeah. You're getting right away I get the dill. You're getting the creaminess from the mayonnaise that we put in the sauce and also in the salmon itself. You get the citrus from the lemon. It's just delicious, guys. Definitely put this in the rotation. I gotta say, as always, I appreciate you guys watching the videos, and we will catch you on the next one. I'm gonna have another bite. It's delicious.